Yeah, June has been crazy. It started with Monaco, right? It was Monaco. Monaco was the first one, so we went from San Diego to Monaco, raced in Monaco, did really well. Actually went a PB in my 50 back and it kind of rolled through the meet. Then got excited for Canet, went to Canet, which was a very short turnaround. Raced there for 2 days, which really ended up feeling like a 5-day meet. And then we got to bus to Barcelona, which was a relatively short trip, super chill. And that's where we continued to meet up with the USA Swimming's like junior national team. And I got to be a national team rep, which was kind of fun, a different experience for me. And the swimming was even better in Barcelona, and then wrapped it up there with winning high points and doing well, keeping it, you know, in that 50 back. It's kind of been a trend, 50 and 100 back. And then straight from Barcelona went to Sedicoli in Rome. We were there for about a week, just training and relaxing, and then swam even faster and went number one time in the world in the 50 back, which is kind of a nice setup going into Worlds. Good to be swimming fast, and for the rest of the world to see that we're swimming fast. And then came straight home, and we've been home for maybe a week now, and we leave in a couple more days, get ready. I go to a friend's wedding, and then it's Singapore and World Champs, and then right after World Champs is, you know, it carries on. Yeah, one thing is don't fly charter flights. I don't know if you saw much about my Insta stories that were happening. We had a flight, I think it was on our way to Canet, right? From Monaco to Canet, we were stuck in Nice really the whole day, and it was like a 45-minute flight. And so we got on the plane, we were about to take off, and they said, nope, the plane is not working properly, so we went back to the jet bridge. We sat on the tarmac for like at least 2 hours, and then we went back out, and we were about to take off, and they said, nope, the red light came back on, so we had to go back to the gate, sat for another hour, and then eventually they kicked us off the flight, waited until later that evening to fly again. So it's just a nightmare. Everyone was sweating together, just a plane full of athletes. But other than that, it was, I think, learning how to manage fatigue. Obviously, I'd swam a lot of races, and that worked well for me in terms of FINA points and making extra money throughout the competition, but also just learning to sleep when I need to be sleeping. I adjusted really quickly to time zones going internationally, and even coming back home, I've gotten back into it quickly just because we've been so busy with everything. But I think we can always do better on the sleep schedules. Yeah, I think multiple ways. I think one, it's impacted me emotionally because like I just love what I'm doing. I'm having so much fun being in the ocean. Physically, it's obvious because I'm out there multiple hours of the day, so my lats are getting stronger, my chest, my lower back, like my legs, my core, all of it is working. And so physically I'm getting stronger. It's building my endurance. I don't think I would have been able to go 157 earlier this year in my 2IM if it wasn't for the surfing. And other than that, I mean, just to switch it up, I think change it. Like obviously the way we train is very specific and I love that, but it is cool to have a sport or something that I'm doing outside of swimming that is super enjoyable and will always be fun for me. Not to say training isn't fun, but you know, surfing is not the same as training. Good, very excited. I've been training really well. My surfing's going really well. So I'm excited for the events. I feel stronger than ever. I feel like I'm swimming fast, like everything's kind of setting up really nicely for it. Part of me is trying not to focus so much on Worlds being the ultimate this year, but focusing on the entire year as a whole. For me, I had a lot of opportunities with racing in the Champion Series, Mare Nostrum, Sedicoli, we have World Champs, and then the World Cups, and then later in the year, all of the ISL events. So we have a very busy schedule, and I know a lot of times athletes will focus on World Champs being like the penultimate in that year, and then afterwards kind of mentally shut down and take a break, and I can't do that. I'm actually, the day after World Champs, I'll be getting ready to race in Tokyo for the World Cup, and so I want to keep that momentum rolling and look at it just as another meet, but obviously with a little more pressure, a little more emphasis to represent and do well and earn some medals for USA.